Hello everyone, welcome back to The Mindful Parent. I'm Katherine Stewart. I'm a mom of two and a behavior analyst. I work with many parents helping them understand their child's behavior. In my last video, I talked all about reinforcement and how you can use it to improve your child's behavior. If you didn't catch that one, I definitely recommend at the end of this video that you go ahead and watch it. In there, I talk all about reinforcement and I even give you examples of how you can use it to really improve your child's behavior. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you all about punishment. I'm going to tell you the different types and some examples as well. And I want to first start off by saying that whenever I'm working with my clients, I'm always telling the parents to always use reinforcement first before resorting to punishment. Because the difference is when you're using reinforcement, you are helping the child know what they should do. So they are learning the behaviors of what they should be doing because you're reinforcing them with that. But with punishment, all you're doing is you are punishing them for doing a behavior that they should not be doing. And then that doesn't help them in the long run with what they should be doing. And so I always say reinforcement first. I hope that makes sense. Basically, you are not showing them what to do, you're only stopping them or punishing them from doing a behavior they shouldn't do. Now let's talk about the information for today's video. So if your child was to do something that you don't like, it's an unwanted behavior, and then you use a punishment right after. Punishment is going to decrease the future occurrence of that unwanted behavior. So for example, like behaviors such as hitting, screaming, or not listening, those kind of things, if you do a punishment procedure for them, then more than likely in the future, your child is not going to do those behaviors. Just like reinforcement, there are two types of punishment. There's positive punishment and negative punishment. Now in positive punishment, it is basically you adding in something that the child doesn't like or something aversive to their environment. So an example of this would be like a reprimand. So when you're telling them no or stop, don't do that, don't touch that, like things like that. That's a reprimand. It's going to be aversive to them. They don't like that, and so then they might actually, stop what they're doing, or they won't do it again in the future. And so that is going to be an example of positive punishment. Another example of positive punishment is overcorrection. And there are two types. There's restitutional and there's positive practice. For restitutional, it's basically you having them do the, you having them correct the behavior, and then on top of that, do even more work of it. So an example of this would be like if they're playing in the room and they made a mess, like they made a total mess on their floor. So you make them clean that up. So they have to clean up all the floor. But on top of that, they also have to clean up their bed. Maybe they even have to go clean up the bathroom. That would be a restitutional. So they're fixing what it is that they did, and then plus more. And then there's positive practice. Now positive practice is actually you educating them, you showing them what they should be doing versus what they should not be doing. But you have them do it for a certain amount of time or a certain amount of trials or something like that. So for example, let's say your child comes running into the house and they're not allowed to be running in the house. So you bring them back to the door and you have them walk into the house. And then you come back again, walk into the house, come back again, walk into the house. You have them do that 5 times. That is positive practice. Now those are just a couple examples of positive punishment. Now let's talk about negative punishment. Negative punishment is where you're taking away something from their environment that maybe they like or they want. So there are two types. There's a response cost and there's time out. Response cost is kind of like a fine in which you're taking some amount of something from them that they like or that they want. For example, let's say your child gets 30 minutes of TV time every day, but they're not listening at a particular moment. And so then now you're gonna start taking away minutes from their TV time as a response cost. And so at the end of it, they weren't listening, and so now you're like, okay, now you only get 15 minutes or 20 minutes of TV time today versus the full 30 minutes. That's an example of negative punishment. Timeout is another example, and this is again taking something away that the child likes for a certain amount of time. So for example, let's say that your child is playing with a group of friends, but he's not playing very fair. Like maybe they're playing a board game or something like that, and he's not following the rules, and so now he's going to be on timeout. So now you take him away from the group of friends from the board game, and now he has to go stand in the corner for 5 minutes or something like that. Like he's not allowed to play or watch them because of what he did. And so that is a timeout procedure. Those are some examples of both positive and negative punishment. And again, punishment is going to decrease the future occurrence of your child's unwanted behaviors. But I want to reiterate again that you always want to strive to do reinforcement first before resorting to punishment. I hope this video was helpful to you all and that you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. I make new parenting videos every week. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of my next video. Until then, go ahead and check out these parenting videos. Again, parenthood is so difficult, but you're doing an amazing job. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye!